Alright, Shalom. Before I get started, I'll start by saying, Call Halama, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Kakadash. Double honors to my apostle elders, a great millstone of time and this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to you brothers and sisters that's believing on and laboring in the name of Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua. To USA, Shalom. This is the brother Amon from the GMS Charlotte camp coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Kakadash. And this lesson I'm entitled, We Are Not of Them That Draw Back. Alright. This lesson is inspired by the lesson the Apostle Tahar did, going on to how the comment one of the brothers left on his page about how he ran into somebody that used to be in the camp, and how he looked afraid, man. He had that look of fear on him because he fell out. All right, and so I wanted to do pretty much a lesson on that because I had an encounter with a dude that used to be in the camp, in our camp, GMS Charlotte, man. All right, a while back, and thinking on that now. The last time I seen him, he pretty much had that same, that same spirit, man, because that spirit of fear and the spirit of shame on him, man, because he knew that he got weak and he fell off, man. All right, and as we know, when you fall out, man, that you're bringing damnation unto your soul, man. All right, and all these dudes that then came and went into the faith, man, they all have that spirit on them because in the back of their mind they know the Lord's going to destroy them because they turn their back on them, man. All right, and so for us to have that's still laboring, man, we have to take that into account because we don't want to end up in that same block, man. So that's why we continuously pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua not to take His Holy Spirit off of us and to keep us, abounding in the Spirit, man. All right. So I'm gonna go into a few scriptures to speak on this, man. So I'm gonna begin here in the book of 2 Peter 1:10, which reads, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail." Right. And that's why we gotta give, our due diligence to Yahweh Shemel Shah, Bashim Kakadash, man, because you know if Yahweh Shemel Shah would never put the Spirit on us, man, we will never be able to pretty much do this work and be in the know on why these things are happening in the world, man. All right, and so that's why we continuously make our bodies a living sacrifice, man. Why we constantly go out on the highways and byways, and we do these lessons, you know, to edify the sheep, man, because we know, hey, the times we're coming into, man, it's gonna be great things that's gonna be done on the earth, man. And for brothers that's laboring, man, our faith has to be in the highest gear it could be in, man, because that's the only thing that's gonna keep us sane in that day, man, is our faith that Yahweh Shemel Shah is gonna deliver us, man. So that's why we make our call and election sure, because we want to do everything that we know we could do, when it's all said and done, so we have no regrets whenever the society collapses, and it's really gonna be, between you and Yahweh Shemel Shah in that day, man. All right, so with these dudes out here, man, they knew they got weak. They knew they fell off, and like I said, they still know the truth, man. They still know the Lord's name. They still watch the videos, man. But they're ashamed because they know they got weak, man. All right, so that's why we got to continue to labor, man, because we know what we're going for, man. We know why we're doing this, you know, because we want salvation, man. All right, 1 Corinthians 9:10. Or say if he had altogether for our sakes, no doubt it is written that he that ploweth shall plow in hope, and he that thresheth in hope should be partaker in his hope. So we know that if we continue to labor in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that he's going to deliver us in the time of trouble, man. Because as we know, in fact, I'll get it. I love bringing this out. It's one of my favorite scriptures. But we know that there's not going to be anybody that's been confounded. We know there's nobody that's been confounded. That served the Lord, man. In all righteousness and sincerity. Sirach 2:10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in His fear and was forsaken, or whom did He ever despise that called upon Him? And that's the answer is no. Nobody's ever been left out there that served Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. He always took care of his, man. And so that's why it's imperative that we continue to to labor in this truth, because we know that it's going to be a great judgment if we have this knowledge and we don't use it, man. All right. 1 Corinthians 9:16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. So we know that if we don't go out there and warn the people of the Lord, if we don't you know use our talents the way the Lord gave them, that it's a great judgment that we're gonna have to pay for not for pretty much not doing what we were commanded to do, man. And you have various examples of what happens when you don't do your job, man. All right, you have your physical job. You don't do what's commanded of you on your job, man. They fire you, man. All right, you got in the world the wicked the wicked things of the world, man. You got the people that that so-called sell drugs or whatever, man. The warlocks, man. They get fronted, the work, and they don't bring the money back to the person that fronted the money, man. They get whacked, man. So how much more Yahweh Shem Shah, who gave us this truth, man, and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, man, because you got a lot of people out here that was in this truth, man, and that viewed doing the work as burdensome, man. That pretty much felt like, yo, I don't want to keep doing this, and so they just put the Bible down and went back into the world, man. You know, and we know that that's not a lot that we want to fall into, man, because the biggest example that you can go to about going back into the world, looking back, at going back into that former life that you live, man, is Lot's wife, man. All right, and this is exactly what the scripture said, Luke 17:32. Remember Lot's wife. Remember Lot's wife, man. All right, and for those that don't read that don't remember what happened to Lot's wife, man, go read Genesis 19, man. When Yahweh Shem Shah destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, what happened, man? He told them to leave out of Sodom and Gomorrah, not to look back. But Lot's wife, she looked back, and what happened, man? She got turned into a pillar of salt, man. All right, so that's symbolic of now, man. All right, the Lord then graced us with His truth. He called us out the world, he gave us life again. And you got people that look back, that go back into the world, man. So what's gonna happen? They're gonna become just like Lot's wife, man, and be destroyed, man. All right. And so we don't want to be in that lot. So that's why we continue to pray and to fast and to do what's commanded of us, so we don't end up like Lot's wife, man. Because a lot of you people out here, you don't understand the damnation that you put on yourself for going back into the world, man. You weren't fit ultimately to do the work, man. So Yahweh Shem Shah ultimately brought you into the truth to bring judgment upon you for going back out, man. And so that's a heavy thing, man, because it shows that you weren't called. I mean, Saki, you weren't chosen, but also, man, that you weren't fit for the kingdom. You weren't fit for the first go round, man. All right. Luke 9:62. And Yahweh said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shah. So you can't start the work and not finish it, man. You gotta finish this thing all the way through, man. Finish the race, man, because we understand that, hey, once you pick this word up, man, there's no going back. The brother Hakah from GMS Charlotte, he always said this, hey, this truth is blood in and blood out, man. It's like the mafia, man. Once you get in, all right, you can't get back out. You can't say, well, I want to retire, I want to, chill. Nah, man. Once you in, you got to finish this thing through, man, because hey, ultimately the price that Yahweh Shah had to go through to get Israel, to the elect of Israel, to get this truth, man. He suffered a great deal for this, man. So for you to put this truth down and go back into the world shows that you don't appreciate that sacrifice the Lord did, man. Ultimately that's gonna be to your undoing, man, because everything that you did while you was in the truth pretty much becomes void once you put the work down, man. All right. Luke 14:28, it says, "For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it." And that's why we always, when you hear brothers talk about, you got to count the cost when it comes in, man, because a lot of people when they hear this truth, man, they try to just jump right into it, and they don't, truly think about what they're getting into, man. The hell they about to catch, man. The trial and tribulation you about to go through. They just all focus on the honey, but don't never think about the bitterness of this truth. And until it really settles down, that's when they want to get weak and fall away, man. But it says, "Let's happily, after he have laid the foundation, is not able to finish it. All that began it, it's like it, and behold, it began to mock him, saying, This man began to build and was not able to finish, man." So, and you sat down to build his house, man, and then you just put the work down and left, man. That's just like you have out in the world, man. You got these houses that's being built from the ground up, man. You got the foundation being put down first, and you see the house get built off the foundation. Just imagine if those workers just said effort and just left, man. You have an unbuilt house, man, and people going right by that and mock that. That's how you people are going to be mocked, man. All you fallouts, man. Because you didn't have enough. You didn't build your faith enough to finish the work, man. So the Lord is going to mock you ultimately through his men, but then he's gonna mock you through the judgment he's gonna bring upon you when he destroys your wicked ass, man. So that's a great fear that you have, man. 'Cause like I said, all that work, no matter how long you was in this truth, 7 years, 10 years, 20, whatever. If you fall away, man, that all goes to naught, man. All right, and this is proof. Ezekiel 18:24. And when the righteousness turneth away from his righteousness, and committeth iniquity, and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man do, shall he live? All his righteousness that he have done shall not be mentioned, and his trespass and that he have trespassed, and in his sin that he have sinned, and in them he shall die. So excuse me, when you quit doing the work and you go back into the world, all the righteousness that you've done, the Lord he throws it away, man, because he's a power that operates off what have you done for me lately, man. He doesn't dwell about the things you've done in the past, man. So you can have all these immaculate videos, you can have the most crispiest breakdowns, man. You could have been the biggest brother, you know, charity and all that. But once you go back into the world and you start laboring in this truth, man, all that becomes void, man. All right. It says, "Yet he said, the way of the Lord is not equal. Hear now, O house of Israel, is not my way equal? Are not your ways equal? When a righteous man turneth away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity and dieth in them, for for his iniquity that he have done shall he die." So you gonna die for the wickedness that you've done, man. Because ultimately, what you pretty much started to do is add sin upon sin. And when you came into this truth, the Lord pardoned you from sin, man. All right, and so you pretty much don't have a cloak, for your sin anymore once you've been washed with this word, man. But the moment that you go back into the world, man, you pretty much have no cloak. So you willfully commit sin, man, and that's going to be damnation unto you, man. All right, because you received you received the greatest gift in the universe by learning your heritage again, by learning your powers never again, man. But by hearing all the miracles that the Lord is going he has bestowed and hidden in these scriptures, man. And you went back into the world, man. That shows that you ultimately don't appreciate the sacrifice that Howard Shah went through, man. All right. This is 2 Peter 2:20. For if they for if after they have escaped pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahushua HaMashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning. All right, so you're gonna be worse off than you was before, man, because that scripture tell you, you know, when you come into this truth, like I said, you become washed, man. That demon that was on you prior to you coming into the truth is taken off of you. But once you go back into the world, man, that demon's gonna come back with 7 demons more powerful than himself, and they're gonna overtake you, which is gonna make you pretty much worse off than you was before you came in the truth, man. It said, for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. but it has happened unto them according to the true proverb: the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed into her wallowing in the mire. Right. So once you go back into the truth, man. I mean, once you go back into the world, it said it'll be better for you to not even know the truth than to know the truth and to turn back, man. Because now not only are you held accountable for your wickedness, you know, but you also are going to receive double for what you know not double. You're gonna receive worse than an average person that didn't even know the truth, man. Because like I said, you pretty much you you made little of the sacrifice that Yahweh Shai, he did for the nation of Israel, man. Because the Lord went up on the cross. He suffered. He was beaten, ridiculed, pretty much suffered the worst humiliation ever upon this earth, man. And you just take that as whatever, and you go do what you gonna do, man. That shows that's pretty much a giant middle finger to the Lord, man. This is proof. This is Hebrews 6:4. For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Spirit and have tasted the good word of Yahweh Shem Shai and the powers of the world to come, if they shall fall away to renew themselves, it's like to renew them again unto repentance, seeing they crucified to themselves the Son of Yahweh by Shem Shai, the Son, it's like to crucify themselves the Son of Yahweh afresh and put him to open shame. All right, and that's pretty much what you trying to do once you follow the truth and try to come back in, which you're gonna have a lot of these people, especially in the times we're in, man, as things get worse, try to go out and dust their garments off, man, try to come back like they ain't never stopped pushing the word, man. And that's ultimately gonna be, in vain because it's impossible for you to come back into the know or come back into the fold once you turn your back on the Lord, man, because when you do that, you're pretty much asking the Lord to go back on the cross and suffer all over again, which He's not going to do, man. He's already done it, and he's already waiting to come back to deliver the ones that stayed down for him, man. Because once that's like in the world, man. Once somebody shows you they true colors to you, man, they show you how grimy they was, man. You be a fool to to take them back, man, to try to make things like over, man, because they already showed you your true colors, man. Because they'll do it again, man. And these niggas out here, they have let it be known they didn't believe in Yahweh Shai, man. So they, like I said, that sacrifice he made, they pretty much told him that that it wasn't worth it, And so for you to come out and ask the Lord to do it again, man, it shows you that you don't truly love the Lord, man. All right. Hebrews 10:29. It says, "Of how much sore punishment suppose ye shall he thought worthy?" It's like it. I'm reading it over. Hebrews 10:29. Of how much more sore punishment suppose ye shall he be thought worthy who have trodden underfoot the Son of Yahweh and have counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing and have done despite unto the Spirit of grace. All right. Because, like I said, you got a grave judgment coming upon you, man. That's why he said that it'll have to be better for you not even to know the truth than to, know the truth and to go back in the world, man. Because it's going to be a sore punishment unto you because you knew better and you still went back in the world, man. All right? Because you got these niggas out here, like I said, that knew all these breakdowns, man, that do that those beautiful teachers in the spirit that went back in the world. Now they back selling drugs. They back doing drugs. They damn doing who knows what, man. Pretty much just like I said, living life like Yahweh Shem Shai and do these great things for him, man. That spirit of ungratefulness. Okay, so it's gonna be a grave judgment upon you, man. All right, and it's welcome unto you for being a damn ungrateful nigga, man. It says, for we know him that have said, vengeance belongeth unto me, and I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people. As we know, the scriptures tell you that judgment shall begin at the house of Israel, man. All right. So a lot of you niggas is about to receive harsh judgment for taking your hand off the plow, man. All right. It says it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, and as we know, through different brothers' personal testimonies to what the Lord is doing publicly, man. Hey, it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the hands of living power, man. Because we know Yahweh Shemel Shai is the King of terrors, and he knows the deepest, utmost thing that you're afraid of, and he knows the thing that you don't even know you're afraid of, man. So we don't want no parts of that judgment, man. So we do everything that we can to please Yahweh Shemel Shai, because we don't want no judgment, that's going to lead into our destruction. We want the righteous judgment, man, which is salvation, man. So that's why we continue to give our due diligence to do this work, man. Because in the end of the day, hey, we're not going to be found condemned for giving our all for Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. All right, as the scriptures say, there's no condemnation in Yahweh Shah, man. All right, jumping down to Hebrews 10:35, it says, "Cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense of reward." All right, you've been doing this thing for as long as you've been doing it. Hey, we exhort you to keep going, man. Get more built up in the faith, man, because hey, it's only gonna get worse from here, man. So we're right here at the finish line, man. Don't get weak and and fall away, like these other guys, man. And continue to grind it out, man. Because we ain't got much longer here, man. So don't get weak now that we're at the finish line, man. All right. And it says, "Cast not away therefore your confidence." When you go into it confident, it goes back to faith, man. All right, what you're rooted in, man. All right, and for those who's rooted in how about Shem Yahushua, man. All right, we have nothing to worry about, man, because the Lord's going to deliver us, man. Okay, He's going to be there for us throughout whatever it is that we're going to have to go through. It says, "For ye have need of patience, that after you have done the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you might receive the promise." And we have need of patience. We know that the suffering that we're facing right now, it pales in comparison to what the Lord is about to give us, man. So that's why we continue just to endure hardness as a good soldier, man, because we understand that hey, this is going to pass, man. It may suck while we're going through it, but we understand that it's light at the end of the tunnel, man. All right. After every storm is always a rainbow, so we understand that hey, it's something better for us if we just continue to endure, man. All right. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. All right, Yahweh shall he's coming, man, and he gave us that confirmation where all you got different brothers going into how this that video that NASA has shown before they cut the feet of that giant chariot that's bigger than the size of the earth, man. That's coming towards Earth at a rapid speed, man. So that's our Lord, making his way back. So we know he's coming, man. That's why we got to stay stay rooted in the truth. It says, "Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in them." Right? It says the just, the elect shall live by faith, man. All right, we're not gonna be troubled by nothing that's going on this earth, man, because as the scriptures tell you, nothing can separate us from the love of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But it says, if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in them. All right, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua has no pleasure in all you guys that fell out the truth, man. That went back in the world. It says, "But we are not of them that draw back into perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul." We're not of them that draw back into perdition, which perdition goes back into destruction, man. All right, because all you people that fell out the truth, your lot is to be destroyed, man, along with the rest of the wicked of the world, man. All right. But we're not of them that draw back into perdition. We're of them that believe to the saving of the soul. Because we honestly believe with all our spirit, all our heart, all everything in us, man, that what we're doing is going to be to the saving of our spirit, man. That we're gonna see salvation. We're gonna see us get beamed up into His chairs as long as we continue to put our faith and hope in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So we're not laboring in vain, man. But to you all that fell out, man, the hell with y'all niggas, and may the Lord destroy y'all, man, with a swift destruction, man. Okay, along with Babylon and the rest of the wicked of the world, man. All right. So with that, I pray that this was edifying. Until next time, I want to say, call Halam by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kakodash. Double honors to my apostle, others a great millstone. The time of this truth and that rule well.